Welcome to the ULI Podcast, the podcast dedicated to calling out your friends' bullshit. I'm Brian.
It's Chris.
It's your favorite pothead, Sir D's.
Your main man, J Money.
Like any other week, we're here ready to kick that shit. There it is, ready to have a good time. Talk about stuff that got us going through the week. You know, our topics that we all chose. Some from social media, some from life, some from YouTube, some from everywhere. So we're going to hit y'all with some different angles. And when we see the BS, we like to call it out, and them call-ups come with the punishment. And the first punishment of the night...
You guys.
Oh, what happened?
The YouTube strikes. How the fuck did we forget about that story? Nobody been following those?
I have.
I'm sorry, but go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I did.
It's Maury. Redo. The first person that's finna take a punishment is gonna be our brother Maury, because his topic did not make the cut. Better yet, he did not have a topic that he wanted to commit to.
Not really.
So he'll knock that first punishment out, which is gonna be the shot that'll get him going for the night. All we can got punishments of a shot. The $10 cash up, that's gonna be to the 805 Entertainment cash sign, whatever that is, and then stay ready push-ups, because we going on the boat. Still, we know where we going to. We know what location? Or
On that cruise, bro.
yeah. We doing the mini stops. It's not one location. We doing the mini stop.
I guess we need to know where we're going. We don't want to get shipped off and locked up again.
I think Michael Tom.
Yeah, so he got him lined up. The SEC got him lined up. So we gonna get on the boat. Go ahead and hit that continuity, brother. As we so my top. Who's going first? Actually, Ryan's going first. What's your topic, man?
I kind of want to change my topic.
Well, I mean, he didn't have one anyway.
Seen all these YouTube strikes going down, where Fresh and Fit was hitting everybody who talked about him with YouTube strikes to try to take down their plays, and now Abba and Preach just dropped a few hours ago a video where.
Well, we didn't watch that one, but we can do that one though. You can change it. You can throw it in, because we knew some about that topic.
Yes.
And you already took it. Did I miss it? Dang,
Yeah,
for the continuity. And I'm gonna talk about black cops and the trend of that happening in our backyards and what that looks like throughout the nation and how we all feel about that as a community of young black brothers here.
You dropping more bombs during that subject?
No bombs dropped. No bombs dropped.
No, we good.
You dropped a big one on me. I wasn't ready for it.
Man. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
I wasn't. It really caught me off guard. What was I talking about? See? Caught me off guard again.
You're talking about how men are pedophiles, apparently.
Dang.
Some chick on TikTok.
All men are now pedophiles. We're all pedophiles.
It wouldn't be a big a thing for me if it wasn't for all the Succession videos of people confirming.
So y'all see we got a spicy lineup for you.
Yeah, we in our feelings this week?
Let's go ahead and get into it. Sherman already wanted to tackle his. Do you love me? Go ahead.
All right, so I guess I got to frame this, and we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. And I don't think everybody has seen all the videos, but we know it to some extent. Maury, I don't know how familiar you are with the story, but basically, let's say, two YouTube channels I watch. I don't remember who else got hit, but they got strikes. They got...
and to those not familiar with the YouTube, what's the strike mean?
A strike means
that's big stuff for your channel.
If you're using somebody's content in the wrong way, they can basically strike you with a copyright strike and
eventually take your shit,
get that stuff removed.
If you're not in accordance.
Yeah,
you can lose your
and
shit.
if that happens to you 3 times, you are subject to removal from YouTube completely. So basically, Fresh and Fit. It just hit a strike on every single video that showed them in a bad light, basically. That's not how it's, that's how it's been framed, but I broke it down to, I don't think anybody said it like this, but if you criticize them at all in any of your videos and use some of their footage and you're on their radar, which we're not, they hit you with a strike and that's it. That's strike 1. And
that's legal jargon. And depending on how many strikes you got, that could be your last strike, your first strike, your second strike, and it could be the one to push you over.
Basically. So they were doing something that could fully affect, and they were hitting a lot of smaller channels. They wasn't hitting above the belt. They was hitting below the belt for people that covered them. And they even put out an announcement saying like, well, if you do something like this, you're going to get consequences, blah, blah, blah. It was like the dumbest logic you could ever hear from anybody. And they hit Abba and Preach, and Abba was basically reacting live to all this shit. Like you could see it almost in real time every time they dropped a video, him saying like, okay, this is what happened here, and hit them with they got hit with strikes. And then a video he dropped like yesterday He dropped like yesterday.
Who's he?
He addressing ABBA. And Preach was on there, but Preach was traveling, so they had to do it via phone. So he was talking on the phone, much like Mario on Zoom right now. And and he had to cover it and was talking about how that they were striking other people, and then they hit him with a strike, which I think was a chess move on their part because they thought, well, if we covered this subject right now and they hit us with a strike, this is going to make them look bad anyway. So I think he did that as a bait move, but also he just after he talked about it. This was yesterday, and then I got up after my nap today and looked, and like Preach was like, YouTube, you basically hit them with a notification, hit the attorneys with a notification saying, like, yeah, based on what we're examining, you know, this seems like a fraudulent claim. So that's basically where it's at right now. Like,
it definitely seems like the Fresh and Fit people got some kind of lawyer who's not afraid to be aggressive with his claim seeking.
A team of lawyers.
Somebody had to comb through all this footage and
No, they have
trying to find a legal reason
and find the loopholes, that they can.
Fresh and Fit have a lawyer that's been communicating directly with the YouTube.
That does this though, like this is a specialty.
Yeah,
like,
they've been showing the
We
receipts.
have a YouTube lawyer.
Yeah.
That specifically. Abba called out the lawyer too on his video.
I don't know how people still rocking with these guys. It seems so lame to me, but
People who need to believe in their own lies.
I guess.
Scared those niggas that pull that female out to the yacht.
Same. Yep. Same custer ass niggas.
Custer ass niggas. They definitely ain't keeping it 55th.
They is not keeping 55th Street.
Keep it 55th.
It's not gonna see all right. I don't know, man. It's real lame to me. I don't know I know I've been preached, but a little bit from y'all, but not nothing about Fresh and Fit, and just from the optics of what I've seen from various scenarios over the last month. Why is anybody listening to these dudes? How do they have a following still at this point?
Make it till you make it. That's the name of the game.
What content could they possibly provide
They've
that
made
make them
it.
not look lame?
They made it, but they can't stop faking it because faking it got them where they are. So, but I
What you
think,
see behind the curtain is hard to close the curtain.
yeah,
Like,
there's no like the problem is the venue that they occupy. You'll just happen across genuine people from time to time who don't really have to go by the rules because like you live streaming and podcasting, you're not making a TV show where
Right.
people are scripted with
Right.
lines and shit. Like people will come across and just be like, "Oh, you a hoe ass nigga," and
It'll
you
show over
gotta,
time.
and either you gotta release it or you gotta say we ain't doing that episode or something. Like something's going to happen. So like they in an avenue where they trying to pretend to be those niggas or intimidate people into.
What is their content?
You
Do
know?
they just like Fresh and Fit out the side where they do workouts
So
and stuff?
if you watch these videos, Abba will tell you that they try to do like men's help videos, and that goes from like fitness to like a bunch of venues of stuff. But those are like low viewed videos, like almost as low as ours, and then. They and then their most viewed videos are them like treating bitches bad, so like kicking bitches out, like it's just like
Drama, mess.
And I've gone to their channel to look at their stuff, and they top viewed videos is like these bimbos, like that, like
Mess.
Yeah.
So I get it now. That's
Yeah.
that's the Dre Hughes fans,
Yeah.
right? Like that. People like the mess, and they laughing at you, not with you.
They're definitely laughing at you. So they want to perceive themselves as these self-help gurus, men's help gurus, and think that that's their brand, and that's not your fucking brand, man. Y'all's a whole ass mess, and everybody knows it.
You got something?
The door behind you is open.
Ah, son of a bitch.
But let's hear from y'all. Then me and Brian been over having a 2-man conversation.
Yeah, Sherman has been silent.
Yeah,
Sherman has been silent. Yeah, I want to hear it.
Every time I started, I was just like, well, let me just wait.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Go ahead,
Anywho, I was trying to answer Chris's question as to why do people watch them. Somewhere down the line, they have sold the dream that they are who they say or pretend to be online. They have found that audience that believes in what they say, and probably part of the red pill community because they super heavy with the red pill, alpha male like jargon. That's their arena. So if you get a bunch of dudes that's already subscribed to that belief or that lifestyle, then you know, they'll definitely flock to a channel of niggas disrespecting hella females on their show because, like Brian said, their most viewed shit is those videos, not the financial videos or the workout videos or the health shit, whatever else they claim to be for improving male lives. But most people watch their shit for the drama. And the hypocrisy in their shit is they don't want anybody to talk about them, but most of their shit, even if it's live, they're literally talking about other content creators or other artists or other Instagram models. Like, they don't want, they can dish it, but they can't take it. And they're abusing YouTube's copyright policy
because they got
to attack those people who they feel are talking negative about them, even if they are using the fair use clause correctly. Problem is, most of these small channels don't have, like, somebody want to take us to court for some copyright. We don't have lawyers.
Representation matters.
To go and fight for us and talk the talk to get us, you know, from being shut down. And their shit is written so poorly where if you just get 3 fucking accusations, your channel is already in trouble without them being investigated, which is why Playback was upset when they did their video, because just them doing those 3 strikes against them put their channel on like a chopping block that it shouldn't have been on in the first place.
Well, and there should be an investigation into every strike, right?
There's not.
Like, if it, I imagine that there's supposed to be, and that there usually isn't.
I imagine they don't have enough eyes.
Of
to
course
look
not.
At every, they probably get thousands of fucking claims a day, a week. Right. YouTube is used worldwide.
Yeah, thousands is probably a low ball.
I know. I think I skated by with some copyright shit, and then I've also got hit with some copyright shit on my personal YouTube page.
We've skated by just on straight up ads. Skated by on something like, well, they didn't hit us for last time, but okay.
There you go. It's an evolving thing, I guess.
Yeah. You know, AI is not determining this for them.
But they did have a conversation with somebody at YouTube headquarters.
Yeah. There was a back and forth.
And Fresh and Fit and that whole thing. And Abba and them actually were found to not be in violation, so their videos were fine, and all the strikes against them were dropped.
Shame you had to go through all that, though.
It is.
I believe not just Abba and Preach, but all the channels that it was like basically nobody used them in that context.
I don't know if you can draw that from that video.
Okay, hold on.
I think I can.
What we doing?
I think I can, but we can't.
I think it was just Abba and Preach's videos.
They struck all small channels.
Well, I'm saying, how long will it last? The drama, I mean, it can only get you so far. It seems like they're going to be gone probably before, I don't know, 2022. Definitely probably won't make it to 2025 as a thing. Like, people, the drama flashes out, right? More, you got anything to add to the bullshit?
Fresh and Fit. I can see there was clowns when they interviewed with academics on that one podcast. So
about the yats.
I can see then, man. I was like, nah. I said, I don't know who listens to these dudes, but like I said, bro, fake it till you make it. And like Brian said, they faked it till they made it, and they made it.
And once you make it, you can sue.
Still trying to fake it, and they getting caught up for they faking it. So I don't know what else to say on that shit. I ain't listening to the niggas. I know the niggas well, so like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So
same.
I ain't worried about the niggas at all.
I personally feel like they should have just never acknowledged what anybody said about them and continued doing whatever it is that they do.
Which most other people would have done.
And they would probably have 1 million subscribers by now, but they lost subscribers instead. And they're a little over 500,000 right now.
With the buffoonery.
I think that they would be closer to Abba and Preach right now, who are at 1.5 million subscribers. I think I just don't understand, and I'm just gonna link this a little bit with Toei Animation, a Japanese company they do their copyright stuff a little different down there, but they took down a dude's whole like 150 some videos, copyright striked his ass, and had all his shit taken down, which is basically his whole channel, and basically ruined his livelihood, just striking everything that he did. And YouTube's not gonna fight that one, so the strike system itself is flawed, and that needs to be fixed, because you can't just have anybody just striking your channel willy-nilly and then YouTube assuming innocence on that party's behalf. Like, that's not how it should go. That's my take on it.
What you want in the comments?
What I want in the comments, do you think it was fair for them to strike any of these YouTube channels at all. Do you think that Fresh and Fit have a leg to stand on? And should YouTube fix their copyright strike system?
At the very least, that last one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, if you
If
don't
you used to
know.
watch Fresh and Fit, man, fuck them niggas, man. Come over, you alive, man. Up out here.
For
Man,
real.
you got the real for y'all niggas, man.
Man,
on the real.
come on.
Real niggas. Man.
Come
Ain't
on.
no patient over here, man.
Ain't no
Come on.
perpetrating. And we'll call you out on it. You a lie.
You a lie.
Oh, yeah, we call you out on your bullshit for sure.
Next topic.
I like the topic.
Yeah, this is nothing I've really seen, just stuff that, has been happening in life around me. So some close people to me from many different walks of life have been looking into the career options of police officer and law enforcement in general. Actually, Maury is in a similar field, so it's not really off brand for him. But
Not really.
So I'm just trying to gauge the room with these new black young adults trying to get into the workforce. How we feel about that? And I even saw it in church. I thought, which was weird. That was which really triggered the idea. Was a cop was just on stage with the mic at the podium. I mean, no Bible in hand, but talking about where you can be to go fill
Do you
out
mind me
applications.
asking what his message was? Like, did he just?
It was recruitment.
Yeah, he didn't say,
Psalms,
why,
nothing.
He didn't say why he was there. He just said,
I watched about 15 seconds of it, really,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, that was weird, and kept on going. But it was recruiting. He was talking
okay.
about times and places. I don't know if he had just preached, but then he was in full on BPD get down, like. Badge, gun on the whole get down. No Bible was like. So I don't know. I thought it was weird that they was recruiting because in the church that it was, it's recruiting black people specifically, and it wasn't a black man. So I don't know. I was just curious on how we feel about black people entering into the career of policing or law enforcement. Maury, I would like to hear your input too, and initially being current law enforcer.
Yeah, I mean, shit, growing up, honestly, bro, I didn't like cops. I didn't like no law enforcement. I didn't like none of that.
I wonder why.
None of that. But, I mean, I grew up. I was like, man, I gotta do something. I gotta figure out something. I gotta get something,
You gotta get paid.
Make my life what it is. I gotta, make sure I'm good and make sure the family's good. So, I mean, I had to make a decision.
You bottom lined it.
Yeah.
And I jumped in that field. And, I mean, I'm a CO. I mean, it's not a street cop.
Yeah.
Street cop, I mean, we both have our different challenges we face at work or whatever. Because street cops, you never know. That could be your last night on the job, bro. You never know.
But same for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
has been killed.
different scenarios would happen, but
but going to my line of work, I kind of know what to expect. I kind of know my dorm, know what to expect on the inmates or whatever. But a street cop, you don't know.
the unexpected is bigger.
What's going on? Really?
Yeah.
Until you pull that car over or whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for the black people to get in that field, so other younger black generation can see that, you know what? He not that cop that was on old dude's neck like that. He's not that cop that will do such and such. And I can look up to that for sure. For a young black kid that it's not a popular decision by any means.
It's not. You might get some fire back. Yeah.
Work because we are like fuck the cops, we fuck the police, NWA,
Fuck 12, all that.
like that, yeah. So they see a black cop, they think, you
Sell out.
Man culture. You changed or you got out the hood. Now you, no man, this is what I want to do for a living. I enjoy what I'm doing. For me, I enjoy what I'm doing. I mean, it's not for everybody for sure. You're gonna find out real quick if this is what you want to do or not.
Now, before we get y'all, can I ask you, do you believe in the ability to change the system from the inside? Do you think that's something that should be pursued by young black people going into law the culture of it?
Man.
Because you got to think, especially street cop, you probably going to be trained by somebody that done did something, put a little cocaine on somebody who didn't have it, wrongfully accused.
I got trained by people that did some shit in the jail. That cameras off, nigga, what was at it?
Yeah.
I've been trained by people like that too. And I mean, if I'm a black person going into it now, I wouldn't be like, man, let me make a change. Let me
You're not putting a cape on, huh?
Try to do this and that. I'm just going ahead and do my job and get home. My main focus is get home, bro.
Oh, how do you respond in them moments then? Them critical ones. If your only focus is doing your job and getting home. And
Right.
if you see a cop doing something wrong, about to kill somebody, knee on somebody's neck, in Brian's example, what do you do in that
Oh, yeah.
scenario?
Like,
If you're only, but you just trying to do your job and go home.
I'm gonna do my job. If I see some wrong going on, like, bro, that's not right. I'm gonna go ahead and step in because you said I'm saving your ass for one. Your ain't your retirement. I'm saving you and me come on scene. So now, nigga,
You fall back on you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now I gotta save my mother. Like and even if then, bro, if it's not like that, still right is right, wrong is wrong, straight up. You know you're not supposed to be on this man's neck.
You gotta have a compass.
You know you're not supposed. Nigga, you did not get trained that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't get trained that. I'm sure a lot of cops, COs don't ever get. The neck is off limits, bro.
Right.
It's off limits at all.
Human to human, you shouldn't be, going for the neck.
Doing that. But I think it's good for black people to get into the line of business for sure. It shows like a different side of the. I'm not this cop that out here doing this reckless shit. I'm out here actually doing my job. I'm in the community where I grew up at, where I see the black people, just, I'm in the hood, talking to younger kids, like, man, you ain't got to do it. You can do this and do that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be their decision.
Yeah.
If they want to do that line of work.
It is.
But to me, I think it's a good thing that black cops are in. I mean, now, it's
2021.
Like all-time high far as like criticism.
Yeah.
But
intention.
Pension, yeah. But at the same time, if you're doing your shit and you're on your job and you know what's right, what's wrong, you be all right.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else?
All of that. I don't. Man. Everything this nigga just said, this is what part of the mixture of what I was thinking in regards to this. I personally have issues with how I see the police and law enforcement and the whole judicial system and justice system and all of this shit. But biases aside, knowing what I know about the system, I'm going to answer, in my opinion, to Chris's point, changing the system from the inside, to me, I don't think is possible as black people, because the way the system is built, it's built to protect itself as it stands against change from the inside, which is why you'll see cops that go in with that mentality in that position will usually receive the backlash or the punishment or flat out get fired or dismissed for trying to be that change.
I think we had some examples in some early episodes.
In our earlier episodes of some of that. Now, I also agree that if you want to change the relationship between the community and policing, hiring people from the community to do that job will cut down on a lot of that suspicion, the mistrust, the stereotypes, all of that, the prejudices, because it's different if you, a cop, and say for instance, becomes a cop and he sees fucking little fucking Ray from the high school he worked at late at night hanging out on the corner or something. He knows this kid. He knows he's not a bad child, so he'll roll up on him. Hey,
not nervous, here, not strapped, not drawn.
Yeah, no pull no gun out, no trying to arrest, no. Hey, take your ass home so you can go to school. Boom, boom, boom. As opposed to, hey, what you doing coming into a hostile situation and where now this young person. Yeah. Life could end now because somebody who's not from this community is scared of everybody in this community. So I agree. Working it from that angle, I think that's a good thing. I still think that they would have a hard time because of how it is and how racially charged a lot of the justice system is, from policing all the way up to judges. So I think that black people going into law enforcement is going to have hard times, even like those New York cops we talked about a long time ago that came together to talk about how they were being persecuted.
Treated wrong and all that,
Treated
Then
wrong.
they quit? I thought they quit.
Yeah, they quit.
Yeah.
A group of them.
Yeah.
Because the system, their colleagues, the niggas that they out here in the streets with, that they're expected to have the back of, are the niggas that are against them when trying to hold them accountable.
And I think that's my biggest fear of it is the culture side of it. Will the culture that is PD, whatever PD really, accept young black men and allow them to flourish? You know what I mean? Like, will you step on their neck, make sure they don't get these promotions, make sure they miserable, got the worst routes? Like, is that kind of, if they don't fall in line and, kiss the ring a bit, to these people in charge.
Expected.
Right? And if you don't, or you opposed to that culture, your life is hell now, right? That's what I fear for those that when I think about that. But that's me.
Where you struggling every day to prove yourself or to just prove that you're here trying to be the best cop that you are, and you're not even worried about the people outside more than the folks in your own department,
right?
Because you're trying to do what you're hired to do.
And that could be, and I might be putting too much on the culture of police. Like I've never actually known until hopefully recently. I mean, I hope they get the jobs. I mean, like you say, more it is good money, especially out here where we at. So, but I've never really known anybody with ties like that into it to really speak on the culture of cops, besides what we see in TV and documentaries and what you read about in the news and make our own assumptions and stuff you see in courts like the OJ case and all that racist stuff that came out then. Like there's visible proof of the buffoonery. Let's get Brian's point in on it too.
I think institutions do change, but they don't change fast enough. So I think Sherman's point is valid. Of course, it's really not. I don't think that's sustainable. You can't expect black people to just flood the police department. That would bring about faster change.
That would be impressive, though, and we would really see if y'all really fucking with niggas or not.
That would bring about real change, but the problem is that black people really don't want to join the police like that. So they recruit and they might get more black people, but that's not going to do enough to change anything because we don't trust you on a fundamental level.
Right. I would think the relations is worse now than it's ever been.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we've seen. I believe we've seen a lot. Even Christianity has been 2,000 years, give or take, but Christianity has definitely changed. It's got a lot of different faces. So, if something like that, so deep-rooted as that can change, then the police force can change, but is it going to be fast enough for us? Nah.
Not in our lifetime?
Not in our lifetime. Well, yeah, definitely not in our lifetime. Not what we want to see. No.
Should we
like
pause?
Sherman said, the New York police that quit on the force like that because it's their own coming after them. My aunt told me, like, she said, you will have more problems with your coworkers than inmates. I was like, nah, man, what?
At your job? You talking about at your job?
She said, you will have more problems with your coworkers than the inmates itself. I said, man, I don't believe that shit. Nah, inmate, man, they'll be doing. But she was right.
She was
really?
right. See,
she was my coworkers and not their inmates, bro.
That's crazy.
Really?
Man, inmates was not, whatever. Your own coworkers will bring you down, bro, on some scheming.
Oh, that's true.
Some snake shit.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's like almost every job you go to.
Yeah, but you would think the brotherhood tighter than that. Like, your lives are on the line. Mm-hmm. Like literally on the line.
It should be like this.
You would think.
All the time because we can go down in on police or in jail.
I expect y'all to be going on picnics on your off days and like really hanging out together.
Barbecue,
cookouts, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. I can't be worried about you if you gonna be here or if you gonna have my back when I go into the cell or something like that. That's reckless and stuff I fear for.
To Sherman's point though, as far as kissing the ring. And even more of that, man, I seen some sergeants, man. They don't do that. They trying to, make it for the blacks to get promotions and this and that. And they got canned, bro. Fired.
Wow.
Really? See?
Recommended. I know one sergeant, he sued the county. He wanted money.
Wow.
I mean, it took this brother
They'll just give him the money rather than say, than let the people give people work. Just, hey, take this money and go home. Wow.
Right. He struggled to get his sergeant position. This was a couple years ago when I first started. But, I mean, he was one of the niggas like, man, no, that ain't right. But if you try to make it, like, as far as like faking it, you got to kiss the ring to get where you're trying to go.
That's ugly,
I
true.
mean, that's definitely true, though, what Sherman was saying, though.
And we all know the reasons. Like, we all just trying to survive. And I made a joke about it earlier, but, like, living below the line is not fun. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to go be a cop and you think it'll be a good way to provide for your family, like, I don't think I could be like, oh, I can't fuck with you now because you want to be a cop. But, like, man, go out, see if you can do it, see if you like it, if it works for you, if you can do some good out here, cool. If not, you can always get out of there. So just always know that.
You immediately have to become two different people. That's what I imagine.
I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga that I knew personally became a cop and turned into one of those niggas Maury was describing, the
ring
cool
kisser?
niggas and the acting different and being extra fucking crooked, now that he's in a position of power, yeah, fuck it. I tell him quickly, I ain't fucking with you, a crooked ass cop nigga. Now you a grimy nigga and you got a badge. Fuck that. Yeah. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. If you become the fucking problem, then nigga, you're the fucking problem.
Yeah.
I don't care if you my friend.
That's
I'm gonna tell you the fucking problem, nigga.
Yeah, and I mean, they might not always start off like that either.
No.
So I
It's
mean,
like it's long.
yeah.
It's like the change doesn't happen overnight, like you said.
Yeah, like they don't
I
gotta
imagine
be.
most of them
They don't gotta
start
be a
off
grimy
like
nigga, but I think you get what's the word? Like you get initiated, like you get institutionalized. Like they gonna get you with the program. So either you with it or you not.
Yeah.
And the institutionalization might not be necessarily in academy training.
It was the
like
first
when
week
you-
on the job.
Yeah,
or
it's
anything
when
like
you
that.
get out there and then you find out how it really is, and then you start justifying whether or not it's okay for you to be in that job. That's just like any other situation, but with police, I believe it would be to a bigger extreme, or eventually, if you did not meet that extreme, that it would come to you at some point, And at that point, who knows where you're at? So, I don't know. But yeah, I can't imagine being a police officer. I would have to change my entire state of mind every time I went on the job, and that's crazy to me. That's
Yeah,
insane.
do it personally.
Put your, They say,
Game
leave
face.
your drama at the gate. Leave all your baggage. That's whatever happened at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you can think about it.
When you come into these doors right here, this
is all that
these
matter.
4 doors, nigga, it's game on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need no partner over here worrying about what's going on at home. I mean,
Right.
I know it's your life. It's hard, difficult.
Nope.
But nigga,
Not at work.
A whole bunch of inmates over
Yeah.
here, bro, on some other shit. They don't give a fuck what you going through.
That's
So
real.
So I mean, if you're gonna get this line of work, you gotta be mentally more than physically prepared, bro. Mentally prepared to do the job, bro. For sure.
Yep.
That would be the biggest thing to young niggas interested in that. Be prepared mentally.
And mental toughness comes with experience. I mean, you can't do like mental
Yeah.
push-ups. You
ain't
gotta
going
experience
to these
it.
jobs to make friends. You going to these jobs to enforce the fucking law. So
Right.
watch out for that bullshit.
You'll make connections.
That's gonna be
but
fun.
yeah, it'll be
The other kind.
yeah. So y'all can let us know in the comments if y'all seeing this trend too. If y'all have any close ones to y'all, black folks out there, I guess more specifically, that are becoming cops, and if y'all see it, and how do y'all feel about that? Do you think we should have more black cops in the police in their own communities, or if we should get away from the cops altogether, do our own thing? Y'all can let us know in the comments, and we can get out of here.
Yeah, for our final fucking topic.
Damn.
Final fucking topic. Our FFT.
I didn't want to get out of here.
I came across this video. Video of this chick on TikTok.
I'm fully convinced that a lot of y'all men don't like women. Y'all like little girls. Y'all walk around talking about, it's just preference. I just have preferences. Talking about no saggy skin, no cellulite, no stretch marks. Titties need to be all the way up here. Okay, titties tiny and up here. No hair on your body at all. And she needs to be small, cute little voice. Yeah, what you're describing is a prepubescent girl, a child. The problem is y'all don't like women. Y'all like children, and it's weird as hell.
Pretty much saying she's convinced that men like little girls or children or some shit. Weird video. She explained it by saying we like no cellulite, no stretch marks, titties way up here, little titties, little itty bitty voice that sounds like anime. Like that type of shit.
That is annoying as hell.
I don't even know what type of niggas she's talking to or being rejected by that likes that type of shit. I personally thought her body was nice, to be honest.
I mean,
it was just thick.
I see no lies.
I
see no lies. I see no lies.
Saggy, but I like those. They were natural looking, whatever.
Any real man gonna push him up, but continue.
Come on. But what worried me is the video didn't stop there. It became like one of those TikTok trendy videos
type, yeah.
where a bunch of people were responding to it, and everybody that I seen in the whole video compilation were agreeing with her. They literally didn't have no videos of anybody disagreeing with
even men. Like, it was really alarming.
Yeah, even dudes agreeing with that.
I thought for the dudes, I was like, she talking about you. Like,
Right.
And you like, yeah, I done seen it. Like, what, nigga, what? Who? Where?
They're all talking about you. All of them was.
Using the extreme cases to generalize all niggas, like that's common for the little 50, 60-year-old man to be like, oh, I like 18-year-olds because they young and whatever dude said he seen or the little creepy nigga posted. Yeah, that nigga's a creep. That's not how most niggas think. So that's weird. It just, I don't know. I came across it, wanted to share it and try and get y'all thoughts on that, being that we are all men who...
Four of us. That's a good survey size.
Who I fucking, from my knowledge, are attracted to adult women and not little girls. Mm-hmm. So just want to fill y'all out on that one.
And even if we break down to if they were just trying to say like the body type or whatever, I don't like me no.
She was heavy on the body type.
I don't like me no ironing board built. Like
me either.
I ain't never like now. I'm also not. If I had to build a girl, I'm not like throw me some cellulite and I'm not going for the worst. But I'm also don't care if it's there. You know what I mean? Like it's not like one of those things I'm super noticing like that. Like if I'm attracted to you, like I gotta first be attracted to you. Am I crazy for that? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think no nigga is pulling out because he saw a stretch mark on her belly.
Oh yeah, right. No real one anyway. Like,
right. There are some niggas that are like that, but there are women that
maybe they fucking on metro dudes. I don't know. Metrosexuals that
you gotta tighten that up, babe.
Yeah, put a lot into appearance. I don't know.
Or bodybuilder types, maybe those super healthy nuts that only want to date other women that work out like they do.
But that wouldn't be pedophilia, though. I don't think that would.
Yeah, that's the preference thing. I don't know.
You don't have ass if you're working out. She
tried to make this is my preference joke as if that doesn't exist.
Yeah, not only young women keep it tight and fit. Like that just sounded. That sounded like really...
Somebody left her for a younger person, it sounded like.
Basically.
I don't know. They're trying to
diss a bunch of older women that actually do stay fit.
Yeah, and the age thing is a real thing, right? It's
that
not...
happens.
And it goes both ways. Younger women usually want older men. Am I incorrect? This is a thing,
if we're saying women want stability, older men are usually more stable. If you're saying men like appearance, younger women usually
they don't have to work as hard to keep up their appearance. We'll go with that because younger people in general don't have to do that,
right? Even men,
so
right?
It's not that like these men that these women are talking about. Those are very specific examples of men who are creepy and like talking about like you remind me of my granddaughter and shit like that. While you're dancing on naked, like that shit is fucking that's fucking creepy and
but
wrong.
Let's not address that you are dancing around naked in front of this 50-year-old.
And let's not assume.
Come on.
And let's not assume that every 60-something-year-old man is at a strip club with an 18-year-old, and vice versa. Like, and there's an accountability side for the women part. Like, you are dancing at a strip club, but whatever you're doing, you making your living and stuff. You decided to dance on this 60-something-year-old man, and is there no accountability on that part? Okay, let's move on. We won't victim blame then.
I guess that's what that's doing.
And then for me, I just get hung up on that. Okay, so older men can prefer younger women, but younger women can't prefer older men, and they also claim that older men do it to control younger women, which maybe not. I think that's just the dynamic.
Yeah, I think it's the thing
that's
about
just how it's an established thing.
Young women being gullible or something. I think is what they're drawing from.
I think it's an established thing. I don't know what it's from, whatever they call the patriarchy or whatever, but it's a thing now, and it goes both ways. Just like anything else that's established, like people who don't assume the deeper reasons of why they pursue in that relationship, they just do it. So I don't know, man. I think that what they say is valid. What she says is valid and true, but that they used it to attack an entire gender, and I can't stand that shit. I can't stand at being attacked as a man,
and generalized into that kind of shit.
I think all men, that's why we get so up in arms. That's why we get so up in arms. And women call us triggered and sensitive and stuff. And it's like, well, because I'm not that fucking man that you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know those type of men.
Don't know those dudes.
In fact, to the point that I was mentioned earlier, nigga, I know way more girls that dated 24-year-old dudes or older dudes as 17-year-olds than I know of 24-year-old niggas.
I remember seeing ones getting dropped off at high school in limos, getting picked up in Hummers and stuff.
Come on.
I know nobody in high school driving that.
Come on.
Or had limos.
I knew way more younger girls dating.
And you with that man because he manipulated you? Okay.
I knew a lot more young girls dating up because they wanted to.
A choice was made.
This is not
unless it's the Pied Piper, there's R. Kelly in that motherfucker playing something and they just can't help themselves. Gotta go to the limo. Gotta go.
Dance them straight into the damn dungeon.
Let's get Maury in on this. Maury, how you feeling?
Go ahead.
I think old girl's mad because she probably got left for a younger female, bro.
She looks salty.
That she was probably fucking with or talking to.
A younger, skinnier bitch, probably.
younger, skinnier. I guess maybe look better. I don't know what the deal is. Little case of niggas like I don't fucking know the niggas, whatever.
She sounded better.
Like she was mad because whoever she was messing with left her for a younger female. And she mad at the younger female because old dude left her. But like Brian said though, like don't put this all as a whole, as an entire. Every nigga is like, no, bitch, not every nigga.
Women love to generalize and hate to be generalized.
Right.
They are the hypocrite.
Bitch, you a lie.
You a lie.
Out, and you gonna take about 3 shots. That's
Man, hit the Cash App, ho.
For real. Yeah. Prove them stats to me. Pull them up right now.
Ain't no nigga worry about no extra. Nigga, I like a thick chick, man. Shit.
Prefer. You hear me?
I mean, come on now, like, don't.
I myself enjoy stretch marks. It's a sign of growth.
It do mean something grew in. Go ahead, boy. Sorry.
But I can see what she's saying. Though. A lot of niggas, like I dropped in the Discord a little earlier, about 45 minutes ago. A 35-year-old got a 14-year-old chick pregnant, and the chick's brother fought the 35-year-old nigga. And there is niggas out there like that do some weird shit. That's brother. What the?
That's
fuck?
not the common though. That's not common.
Yeah, it's not
That's not normal.
It's not the common. It's not the common.
That's not normal at
A lot
all.
of niggas are getting more exposed to that because a lot of people are putting up stings on YouTube and their other channels. And like that nigga that worked at Sony, I showed you guys this week. The executive for Sony was Colin Tomil, was a 15-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he got fired from Sony.
I hate to be this guy.
I did watch that. That was wild. Oh my god.
Can I get in on the 35 and 14? Like, I get that he felt like he needed to fight the 35-year-old, and I probably would have felt the same way. But did they say anything about like any kind of conversation with her? Like at some point, I just posted. I know you probably didn't know, but just on the thought, like I don't know. I know a lot of attention can go to the 35-year-old being the one that's probably pursuing and talking him into it and all this other, but the person on the other end is saying yes to all of that. And what is the reason behind that? There's some accountability for those decisions made, 14 or not. I mean, but if you're placing yourself in these
it's
chat
true.
rooms
You can't
or
pick
whatever,
an age and say that this is when you're accountable. Like you gotta,
right? You gotta teach
I think
it from
you gotta
get-go.
discern it somewhere. You gotta say, well, like you gotta watch this whole thing. But I think the experience factor, that gap.
35 know what he doing for sure.
That's the problem. So that person definitely gets persecuted. The other one
should.
I think if they don't get persecuted, they should get educated or something. They should be something should
something
happen.
Needs
they should
to
go
happen
be
there.
run through a
something
program.
Should have been happening beforehand.
Yeah, it's like they should be run through a program. There should be no complete absolution. It's like, okay, well, you were involved with somebody 30 years old, so now we,
you gotta look at you gotta move. If it's like a assault or a rape situation, okay, like that, you were 100% victim.
That's different, and you 100%. Definitely need therapy.
100%. Like you getting the whole relationship, sugar daddy, and the thing.
Sometimes you don't know you're a victim, and so maybe you need some education.
You need some education. There's a little more accountability that we need to have there.
Yeah.
And I don't like victim blaming. Somebody said that. I didn't even think of it like that. But I think there's a spot here we're missing that can maybe help young women avoid this situation if they were better informed. Like
if you don't tell little kids to look both ways before they cross the street, they don't even know, right?
Exactly.
It's almost the same thing.
I can follow them lines.
For either sex. If you don't know to tell them, watch out for this funny acting uncle or whatever, like, like they don't know.
If you're curious about boys, go hang out with the boys your age.
The boys, or ask somebody that you trust before you trust somebody that you don't know.
Right.
That's a different.
And you trusting them because you don't know them, right? You think they're giving you some freedom you're not getting at home, and they running wild with that. That's probably too much discipline, lack of discipline. It could probably go both ways.
Yeah, you never know, but it is lack of somebody watching their ass. That's for goddamn sure.
You said pregnant, right? Ooh,
damn. Sorry, bro.
Ooh, well, when Stevie come out. What can we do? What can we do?
I told you to put that shit on silent.
I did have it on silent. I just took it back off silent earlier because I was missing my fucking calls.
Sheesh.
I would also like to point out how disingenuous it is for her to act like because certain men like certain things that it's a men like kids issue and not like
a body type or
appearance, as if women aren't attracted to a certain type of dude,
a certain
or whatever.
type of financial status.
And let's not pretend women ain't always been into dad bods. That's new, nigga. That's brand new. Like in the last 2-3 years, new. Where women start being like, I want a big nigga or want to die about. Before that, it was all glorified was you being slim as fuck, cut, buff, or yoked or some shit.
Rihanna made them big nigga underwear, then all of a sudden.
And Rihanna made them big nigga underwear, and it was like, hey, it's our time to shine. You know, but let's not pretend that, you know, the how we perceive beauty goes both ways. Like, just because women also tend to go for security or wealth along with that, let's not act like they're just going for the ugliest nigga out there or the most out of shape nigga out there.
Come on.
They have their
What else do you
too.
have?
And nobody's saying y'all just want 17-year-old boys because y'all don't want a little belly on y'all nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, how stupid would I sound if I did a TikTok video talking about how I think y'all bitches like kids?
I guarantee you wouldn't have a train of them agreeing with you.
You can make the valid claim that all bitches want money and then go from there, and they would just be just as up in arms as we are. But society would be listening to them. They wouldn't be listening to us. So, you know, I could validly say all y'all care about is your own security.
That don't count right. That was vibration.
You know? And you want somebody else to do it for you or something like that. I felt them too. I heard it.
Wait, huh? That don't count though, right? Vibration ain't on it. We ain't ever talk about vibration.
We're going to discuss the rule book. We're going to have to open it up. Yeah, the rules.
Did we draw that one out? I think we may have.
For the most part.
Any fucking who. I think that's preposterous. And I mean, especially my niggas out there, let us know in the comments. Does your preferences mean you like prepubescent, fucking no titties, no ass, no hips, no curves, no meat having females out there? And because y'all like kids and shit.
Some people,
let us know.
Some people like A cup. Some people like, you know, straight hips. Some people like a little thigh gap. You know what I'm saying?
But nobody's going to the local high school. I mean, not nobody, but
somebody.
Like 90-something% of men probably not going to high schools.
The men that these people need to be looking for instead of, you know, the weirdos, whatever y'all getting now.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it real too, because we're not ignorant on this show.
No, we're not.
We are very much aware that there are false ideals of what's beautiful or what's in shape and shit that's based from not a patriarchal perspective, but kind of like a white supremacy perspective where that was passed down to us as a culture of what we identify as beautiful, and that goes for both men and women. So let's not. I don't want to ignore that there are factors that play into certain ways we see certain things as beautiful, or as we see certain things as if you in shape or you bomb, you a 10 for this, for that. I understand. A lot of those come from European beauty standards.
We're peeling that back a lot more, I think, lately. Like natural hair and natural bodies are coming around a lot more. But like in the last 5-10 years.
Which is why I'm confused by her motherfucking video, because that is going on a lot more. So who are these niggas? I see a bunch of big bitches on my Facebook page with niggas, kids, happy lives. They getting dick down from people. So
Lizzo walking around here with all the confidence in the world. Somebody, like Brian, like Boy would say, bouncing in it. Boy,
that bitch gets caught a lie too.
I mean, just because you the bullseye on the target don't mean that you the only one on the target. Like, people shooting for you,
and
but
that axe is gonna go.
Everywhere,
it's gonna go other places. So, for sure.
You need to calm down on that shit.
Yeah, we can get out of that.
Wrap it up.
They see me rolling.
All right, y'all, another episode of You Alive.
You Alive.
We talked about shit. I fucked up already. We talked about
another shot.
Talking about gender. I mean, looks and people as certain dudes like younger females. You know,
she didn't specify though. She said men.
And she talked about all that bullshit. We talked about black males or females. In the force.
Mm-hmm.
Police, BPD or any PD you try to get into, man, how that look for the future of black folks, in that kind of line of work, man. We talk about that, and we talked about Brian. What was Brian shit? Mm-hmm. Oh, we talked about the Adam preaching
Fresh and Fit. Yeah.
Fresh and Fit. I guess they over there striking out niggas. I guess they
pitching a perfect game too.
Now strike out niggas, I guess. So man, we talk about them. The Fresh and Fit crew, man, they definitely taking out here. So, if you not, rock with Fresh and Fit, man. Rock with you a lot. 805ENT, man.
Let them know.
Merchandise.
Let them know.
The real combo for you, man. We got everything. Everything's real.
Yeah, it's authentic.
Real for sure. But we gotta take a little penalty shot. I mean, it wasn't a Christian one, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, we didn't call no other ones throughout the show either. That's why I think we are also looped in. There's two whole other topics that you and Elias could have flown out of, but they did not.
It didn't happen. I mean, we had your last episode, man, so we all got take a shot.
And we don't make the rules, so we got.
We don't make the rules. You know, we the talent. We the talent. Yeah, rules is rules. We can't change them. But you clack your own. Mm-hmm. Well done. Salud.
Ooh.
That peppermint always smooth.
Fuck that great news. That shit is brutal, bro. God damn.
Sipping on geese.
But we talk about that shit though. But case on the L5ENT.com.
Yes. We got new stuff up there. Yeah. We got also the new logo, the Brian inspired and one of your inspired ones too. So,
the LA, sort of had on
those in Bakersfield, y'all would probably get a kick out of that one. So if you're from Bakersfield, go to 805ENT.com, hit the store link, and go check out that You Alive Bakersfield merch because I think y'all like that one.
You catch on that, and then you got us on YouTube, you got us on Facebook, Instagram, man, you got us on Buzzsprout, man, you got us on every social media platform that you think of. And we got some reaction videos for y'all.
Yeah.
Go check out.
Getting some new content.
Look out for that.
Editing this shit, man. Some good shit. The first video is my nigga Dre, man.
It's mine now.
We got a nigga Dre out there, you know. I mean, hopefully your situation get better, brother.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, you going through some shit.
Yeah.
I think by next week we still gonna have a chance
we'll see next week what we got going on, man.
Shit.
Let's get our reaction video for show, man. You can catch me on my Snapchat, Josh_15, the IG, J_R6. Chris, man, where you find that, bro?
Oh, me in the middle. You switching it up. You can find me, C-Boy Designs on IG. All your graphic needs, flyers, logos, web design, T-shirts, whatever it is. Holler at me in the DMs. We can talk about it. Let's get some Christmas card graphics too if you want. We can get some Christmas cards. You can send them out before the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas, baby. Anyway, hit it in the DMs. Holler at me, C-Boy Designs.
All right, man. Brian, man, where you find that, bro?
You can troll me, AbbyDanny24 on Twitter.
We had a troll.
We
did have a troll.
What's his name?
It was Bukaki something.
Buxtonian something.
Buxtonian, that's what it was. Buxtonian.
Okay.
Sorry, I got all in your tag, but you said troll.
Oh, it's fine. Go for it.
We had a troll.
Shout out to the first troll.
Yeah.
He became a subscriber. Shout out, nigga.
You ain't nobody. You ain't getting trolled out here. So you know what I'm saying?
Due to Sherman. You know, we didn't want to react out of malice. We wanted to react and be like, well, you did comment, so you know, you can like and also subscribe.
I'm glad we keeping you entertained, brother. You want to come to the stream and talk some shit? Come talk some shit. Whatever.
We do appreciate
talking
it.
shitty shit.
We do appreciate it, man. You know, we rely on Sherman for that energy. he got that, man.
Keep us on our shit too.
For sure.
Right,
for sure.
right.
So yeah. So we have been trolled. You know, ask and ye shall receive.
Right.
And you can catch me on Your Game Name's Lame or Mind of Cal on Twitch, and you can also catch me at Slight Work on Chapsnat. Chapsnat. There you go.
Work.
Mix some words up, you can get it right. Okay.
All right, sure.
All my shit is at Sir D.
All of them.
I'm on fucking Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Just find me.
Ain't even been in jail lately. I ain't even been in jail.
I ain't been in jail. It's
You been
funny.
free
A lot
man.
of other people been getting out. I'm like, how was your experience?
I don't think you start holding back either. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
pretty sure he's going harder than he ever did.
He's pretty on par for Sherman.
I just spread out my content now.
Oh, there it is. He softened the blow.
Facebook. I started
That's
doing
smart.
some on Instagram and some on Twitter, so I still get my fix without getting on that radar.
So every platform don't get the same content from you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
Some of
There
them
you
do
go.
cross over,
But not everything. Not everything. Everything ain't for the blue app. The blue app be tripping.
Yeah. I know Instagram. My Instagram is a little more risque, and then I'm even more free to share shit on Twitter.
On Twitter don't be. You can damn near do porn on Twitter. I mean,
You
can do porn on Twitch.
You can damn near do porn on Twitch too. So
It's either between Pornhub or Twitter when I want to go and pleasure myself now.
I know the Twitchers were getting mad at them girls for going and just doing like butt naked shit on their Twitch and like
it was when OnlyFans was up in the air. They didn't know.
Exactly.
They didn't know. So
I'm gonna get my money somewhere.
They started licking mics. They was licking the mics and living like I saw these things while I was browsing Twitter. Like I was like, what bitches licking mics and stuff? Like,
Does that get them paid? Is that gonna get them paid?
I mean, there's gotta be that. There's gotta be that.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Is that all we gotta do?
They're gonna strike right there. That's the YouTube strike right there. We done got struck.
I gotta send y'all that shit. That was wild. It was ugly.
Well, shit. Was it?
There you go. TikTok that we might. We probably.
We working on it, man. We working on it. We got some ideas.
Y'all can let us know in the comments if we should get one. If y'all would tune in to the shenanigans on TikTok.
We gonna catch that, man. Catch our reaction videos. We're gonna do more of those for sure.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hella fun. So we'll definitely do more of those. We'll catch us next week on You Alive.
You alive. We out this bitch.
We out. We go.